Alright y'all, welcome back to the channel and to some more turkey patterning, and today we've got another combo that one of you guys requested that we try out, and it should be another really good performer. We've seen countless good performances with these shells before, so we know we've got a good load, and the same goes for this choke, but we've never tried the two of them together, so we should in theory get a pretty nice result again here today. But as for those shells we've got today, I brought out some more of the Herter's 410 TSS turkey loads. They're a 410 3-inch 3/4 ounce payload of TSS 9s, moving about 1100 feet per second. By now, if you've been around the channel for any length of time, these shells need no introduction. They are probably the best off-the-shelf 410 TSS load you can get right now, and they're typically one of the cheapest, while also being not very picky about what choke you run them through to get good patterns. So they should work out just fine through today's choke combo as well. But as for today's setup, I brought out the Mossberg 500 410 turkey. This one's got a 24-inch barrel on it, and for the choke, one of you guys wanted to see with those Herter's loads, we've got the Patternmaster Code Black Turkey. It's a 381 constriction, and we've seen some really nice patterns from it the last several times we've tested it, so I expect that trend to continue with this combo today, but we'll see what it can do. But as for today's test, everything is set up the same as usual. The turkey target is at 40 yards, and we've got the chrono so we can get our velocity. So let's get you guys a view of that target and see how the Herter's TSS loads can do through this Patternmaster Code Black Turkey. I expect a nice pattern. Well, let's take our shot and see how it performs. Alright, so that shell gave us 1225 through the chrono. The boss claim is only 1100. Typically, we see mid to upper 1100s, 1160, 1170, something like that. So this velocity might be just a touch higher than what we usually see, but I still don't think it's out of the realm of possibility here. And that is plenty enough velocity for the shell, no doubt about it. But how did they actually pattern through that Pattern Master down there at 40? Let's go check it out and see. Alright, so now we're down here at our 40-yard paper, and we definitely got a pretty interesting result down here. Now, yep, we absolutely have a dead bird, no doubt about it. There's nowhere left or right there he can move to, so it's absolutely a 40-yard capable turkey combination. Now, yes, we did pattern just a touch to the left. I think that probably has to do with that particular load and choke combo more than anything else, since I'm usually pretty much right on with that shotgun. It pretty well hits right where I want it to. But that's why you pattern your setups before you take them out in the woods, in case they do impact just a little bit off from where your point of aim is. Either way, we see a pretty decent pattern here overall. Definitely pretty solid for a 410 shell. The middle, say 10 or 12 inches right there, is pretty good. We have a little bit of a hot spot right on the back side of his neck there, and we do have one void kind of right in the middle of your screen, right on the edge of that turkey paper. It's nothing major, but it is right there, kind of right in the middle area of our pattern. But the big thing I'm seeing with this combo is the amount of little strings and flyers we have all around the edges, kind of just all over the place. Sure, we typically do see 2, 3, maybe 4 little flyers here or there with these shells, but that's a lot of little splotchy bits all around there. And even the edges just outside of our middle 10 inches or so, kind of towards the edges of the turkey paper, are a little bit more blotchy than some of the other patterns we've seen out of these Herter shells. So is this a good combination? Yeah, absolutely. That's a very solid, very huntable 410 turkey pattern, no doubt about it. I wouldn't hesitate to use it if that's the combo I had all day long. But it is not perfect either. It does have a couple little quirks about it, that one void right in the middle and the flyers around the edges, and we have definitely seen more refined and more condensed patterns out of these Herter shells. I mean, just take for example here, I'll kind of scoot over and I'll pop up a side-by-side picture here of what these did through a Jeb's extra full choke a week or two ago, the last time we tested it. As you can see, a little more condensed down on the Jeb's choke. So yes, this is absolutely a good pattern for a 410. There's not a ton to complain about in the grand scheme of things. However, we have seen better. But really, for a big box store off-the-shelf load like that, that is generally one of the cheaper options on the shelf, this is still going to outperform anything else you can go buy out of a Bass Pro Shops or something. That's way better than the Federals and the Remingtons would ever do. And the Brownings and the new Winchester Longbeard TSS shells are more blotchy and inconsistent than this usually, so I still think these Herter shells are a better option. And this is not a terrible performance through a Patternmaster choke either. I have just personally seen a little bit better out of them. So not bad, solid performance, but I think we can dock it a couple points for all those little blotchy flyers and stuff around the edges. And here's the wad from that shell. Nothing fancy as far as design goes, but it seems to do the job perfectly fine in these Herter shells the vast majority of the time. There's nothing stuck down in there and no major damage other than maybe a tiny little tear at the base of this pedal over here, but that's nothing too out of the ordinary or detrimental. Everything else looks very much normal, so nothing to see here. Alright y'all, well, what did you think about that performance right there? That's a solid 410 turkey pattern all day long. We have seen way worse from more expensive and more fancier higher end shells, if you will. The Federals that are more expensive and are supposed to be better are way worse than what that gave us right there. So again, these Herter shells gave us a very respectable pattern. I don't think it's perfect through that Patternmaster choke though. These shells aren't picky about what constriction you run them through or anything, really. Across our tests we've done, but sometimes with certain chokes we do get a few flyers and little blotchy bits like we see here. So although this is absolutely a usable combination, it might not be the perfect or the best performing combo we've ever seen out of these shells either. But are we kind of getting nitpicky with a 410 pattern that looks like that? Yeah, maybe at that point. But I guess leave your thoughts down below. Is that about what you expected to see? Were you a little surprised one way or the other? Have you tested any of the Herter shells through a Patternmaster choke? And if so, what kind of results have you gotten from them? Is that a pattern or a combo that you would hunt with? Or would you like to see it a little bit more refined than that maybe? And what other shell or choke combos do you want to see us run with either those Herter's loads or that Patternmaster choke? Let me know all that down below. But with that being said, I've got some more testing to get done for you guys, so I'm going to get back to it. As always, we have the channel Instagram as well as the mailbox where you can send stuff if you'd like. All that information will be in the description if you're interested in it. But I'm going to get back to it, so I'll see y'all in the next one.